Good evening and welcome. Glad to have you along for this Tuesday edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. It'll be the Cavaliers off the tip. Here's Castle. Pass to Matherin. Launches it. Drains the triple. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Outside Gallinari. Tries it from the top of the key. Here's Levine. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And we know Levine can hang in the air, showing determination on that offensive putback.
Here's Castle. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Pass to Matherin. Out left to the wing. Embiid drawing the double team. Castle for three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Here's Cunningham. Outside to Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
Watch out below. Gallinari gets up there. You don't see that much from him, but like to see it when you do.
Outside Matherin. This one for three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that. Embiid drawing the double team. For three, Matherin. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Zubac. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Shot clock at 3. Pass to Zubac. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Here's Castle. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Matherin. Averaging around 6 a game. Here's Thibault. And the three-pointer goes.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Cunningham with the ball. No made baskets yet. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Here's Castle. Adebayo sets a screen. Pass to Castle. Here's Embiid. Hounded by Wright. On the wing, Matherin. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Matherin's got his second bucket of the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Cunningham looking it over. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
Here's Castle. Thibault on the wing. To the left wing. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Gallinari. Now here's Cunningham. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zubac. Joel Embiid with the board. Here's Castle. Here's Thibault. Offline with a 3. Now Cunningham. Outside Gallinari. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And Cleveland has possession. Castle. And Cunningham pulls it down. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Cunningham on the wing. "19 seconds left in the first. Releases. Zubac's shot is off.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Inside. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cleveland on top, up by 2. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
I like this attitude on this possession from Cade, just really confident getting into that J.
Pass to Embiid. They get it again. Outside Thibault. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Thibault's got 6.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Three-pointer Mathurin. And Cleveland another 3.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game. It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work. Showing how athletic he is, when Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
Cunningham. And it's blocked by Embiid. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Unbelievable, man. Just attacking the heart of the defense.
Man, when you're in traffic like that and someone's right on top of you, you gotta go strong. A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. 7 points in the game. To the inside. Robinson can't hit.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Number 20.
Here's Embiid. Still no points. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, BA, would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And the dunk by Levine.
You have to love how persistent Levine is inside, enduring the contact and finding his shot.
Levine with a steal. Here's Wright, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Throws it up high. Matherin with a steal. Driving to the basket. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
And here's Cunningham. He's got 10. Robinson on the wing. Matherin with a steal. Here's Adebayo. Up and in on the layup. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Driving and finishing through contact. I love when Bam plays with that aggression.
Here's Wright. Cunningham outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Matherin.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Cunningham. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court.
Cleveland leading by 3. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
And it's Monk missing.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And he comes up with a bucket.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Here's Black. Pass to Monk. The 3-ball. Hits a 3-pointer. Monk's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
And Cleveland has possession. They lead by 4. And they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game home stretch. Here's Black. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Pass to Warren. Collins with the rebound. Come get it. Levine with it. Can't get it to drop. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Cleveland on top. They're up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Cleveland leading by 4. Here's Castle. Pass to Adebayo. Outside Matherin. 6 on the shot clock. Adebayo sets a screen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Matherin.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Back to Poole. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Over Embiid. Robinson can't hit. Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Left side Thibault. Pass to Castle. Tipped. And the layup falls. Castle's got 8.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman. You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
Pass to Robinson. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Substitution for the away team. Maxi Klima, Daniel Bernard, Zach Levine, Cade Cunningham.
Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Down low. Here's Adebayo. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Cunningham. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Benedict Matherin picks one up.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses. He has all the tools to be a very special player.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. Cleveland leading by 6. Here's Castle. Give him 8. Pass to Adebayo. Three-pointer Matherin. Adebayo in the post. And finished off by Adebayo.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big bam.
Here's Kleba. And it's off from three-point range.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
With the drive.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
Pass to Levine. The shot off that time.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Back to Embiid. Off target from 3-point range. And here's the fast break. And it's blocked by Thibault. Fires from the line. Exerting himself, Embiid.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Pass to Kleba. Back to Cunningham. Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
You know, guys, this is an exciting young player. Stephon Castle does a little bit of everything. He hustles, plays defense, got a national championship in college, so he is a winner, too.
And here comes Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Warren. 3-pointer. Gallinari pulls it in.
Excellent use of his physical gifts. Goes up strong and captures the board.
On the wing, Levine. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Black. Over to the left wing. Outside Jaquez. Here's Black. Drummond with the screen. Kicks it out to Warren. Shoots over Gallinari. And it's Warren missing. Here's Levine for 3. Drummond grabs the miss.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside Monk. A deep 3. No good that time. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Cunningham. It's hauled in by Black. Cleveland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now here's Cunningham. 18 points for him. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. Both shots good from the stripe. Now Jaquez. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like...
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Cleveland leading by 14. Here's Castle. Pass to Adebayo. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Burks. Now here's Gallinari. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. And Cleveland has possession. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
He's so tough to stop. Even when you hit Embiid, he possesses the strength to muscle shots in.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Cleveland?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
Going inside. Castle misses.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Outside Gallinari. Thibault with a steal.
And these turnovers are backbreakers. He's really hurting this team with his mistakes. A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
Pass to Levine. Another shot. Outside for Gallinari. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
To the wing, right side. Adebayo from long range. It's rebounded by Kleba. Matherin with a steal. Here's Castle. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Tipped away. It's stolen by Thibault. 3 on 3. And then Embiid with the dunk.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Right side Gallinari. Back to Cunningham. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
That's a slick move from Cade Cunningham, luring the defender in and getting himself fouled.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Cleveland leading by 16. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. That one goes in.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Cunningham outside. Out to Kleba. Clock at 4. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Castle. No good there.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Pass to Embiid. That's tipped. And stolen by Cunningham. Left side Burks. Cunningham outside. Gallinari inside.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Now Adebayo. He's covered by Gallinari. Embiid from outside. And Cunningham pulls it down. Got a piece of it. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
He takes it in. Pass to Adebayo. Tries again. Shot clock at 6. Embiid with it. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Cavaliers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Stephon Castle.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
Here's Castle. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
The ball goes to the away team. Substitution on the court.
There's 31 seconds left in the game. And here's Cunningham. The 3. Drummond grabs the miss. So it's Cleveland winning this one. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll do it, folks.